today we're going to do like a little mail segment. I've got 3 packages that came in the last couple days, and so we're going to start with this box to begin with. If I say Leah Catula, maybe you guys know what this is really about. All right, let's see, I got 1, 2. Awesome. These are the all-important flight recorders for covering the records, and the reason we have 2 is, of course, if one has a malfunction or anything along those lines, we have some redundancy. And I think when we set this up, this will be another way that you guys can also track my progress. If I go ahead and slide them, try and open them up. As you see, they're kind of small. I think about maybe 4 inches and 3 across. So we're going to set these up, one in the flight bag, and we'll figure out where the second one is. So super excited. We didn't order these until Monday, and fortunately these are also authorized and approved by the FAI, which are essentially the record recognition organization. So Nano 4s, and I forget who makes them. I guess it's Alex Nav, and I guess I turn around so you guys can actually see. But our Tom here, who's one of my ground crew, is going to be responsible for getting these all set up, and really looking forward to having these give the data that set the records. So there you go. All right, so what do we got next? Oh yeah, this one. Okay. I'm actually really excited about this one, and there's a bit of a story behind it. This guy, Pierce Osborn, reached out to me through Instagram back on around about November 6th, and I didn't get his message probably until about 2 weeks ago. And he says, hey, you know, how long is it going to take you to get across the country? And, you know, you don't want to consider new equipment, but I got something you might want. What am I using for? And now we're going to open this box. So he even sent me some pictures. So the name of the company is Off-Grid Aviation, and so this arrived, I think, on maybe Tuesday. All right, so this is it. It's a cruise control throttle, but this is unlike anything else you've actually seen, and there's some really cool things about the manufacturing of this. So first of all, you can set it up as a right hand or a left hand, so that's pretty cool. Like most of the cruise control throttles out there, there is of course the trigger that you can squeeze, and then a locking mechanism. And so a lot of them that are out there have that specific feature, but something that's super cool about this specific throttle is it also has an adjustment. And so you can fine-tune your throttle while you're in the air. So if you're climbing a little, you could reduce your throttle just by 1 or 2 clicks, and that helps you to get your straight in flight travel. So that's why I'm so excited about this, because I haven't seen anything else in the market that actually does this. Here's the other cool thing. Instead of them being 3D printed, these are actually injection molded, and so they're much stronger. Even down to the rivets are actually using metal parts rather than plastic parts. So I'm very, very hopeful that this particular throttle is gonna have longevity to it, and then of course it's super cool. I've got the one with the foam rubber on here because this was one of the demos, but these will actually come with rubber mounts. This is an extraordinary piece of equipment, and I couldn't be more excited. So Pierce, thank you so much. I've shown a couple people this already, and they already want to place orders, so I'm hoping that this product gets a lot of light from here. So there you go, cruise control with a little minor adjustment. Okay, so what's next? Oh, I'm in love already. So Helix Props, I contacted Bjorn and I said, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, and he said, oh, absolutely, we want to work with you. And so the story behind these Helix Props is that Helix actually contacted Corsair and worked very closely with them to figure out where the thrust vectors were, and also fuel efficiency. As everyone knows, this is a coast to coast. We're trying to get as much distance as possible with the fuel that we have on board, and so while weather and wind is one thing, having props that are very efficient is super important. So these finally arrived. I was a little worried on Friday because they were still sitting in Germany, and then on Monday they came on in. Woohoo! I didn't really get excited much, but these are awesome. All right, let's try and pull some of this out. Now that's a t-shirt. Prop covers. This is like Christmas, man. 4 props. I thought I was getting 2, so this is amazing. Some more t-shirts and lots of stickers. So some giveaways for some of the shows, definitely super cool. So these are all 130 props, 130 centimeters that is, and if I remember correctly, I have a couple of different turns on them. So this is the 130 LES, and 3 stands on the very end, stands for 3 blade. I forget what it's like a left turn ES and 04, and I've got a couple different models. And one thing that was super cool was that they actually sent me where they had done the various different tests, and they could show me where one was more fuel efficient or where the other one would give me a faster climb, but was still comparatively fuel efficient. Yeah, so this is the EZ version, which was slightly different, basically a slightly different change here in the pitch angle. And so I have to go back and read up and see which one we're going to put on and get to fly this afternoon or maybe tomorrow morning. So thank you, Helix, thank you, Bjorn, for all the hard work that you guys put in to get me these. And you know, when you take a look at a lot of the reviews on props that are out there, you know, there's definitely, Tucker has done a fair amount in terms of testing different props between a 2-blade, a 3-blade, and I think he even did a 4-blade. But if you ask anyone who considers the Helix prop over the E-prop, everyone will tell you that while these are slightly heavier, the thrust performance on them is pretty amazing, and I think almost anybody can attest to that. And the other thing I like about them is that they have a bit more durability, particularly for you guys that like to foot drag. They tolerate it just a little bit better. So Helix Props. So there you got it. It was like Christmas. I don't think I've had that many gifts for Christmas in a very long time. So this is a big thank you to all of these sponsors. And I can't wait to get in the air and start to get this trip underway.